All right, we are live at the Trashmouth Fantasy Football Podcast Show. We have the End Zone Freaks.
What's up, League? What's up, Dave? Thank you for having me on the podcast. Week 2. Surprised it took so long, but I'm here, ready to do this thing.
Yes, End Zone Freaks once again getting off to a good start. A nail biter last night. He thought it was going to be a little bit easier than it was. A late Nick Foles touchdown gives the End Zone Freaks the victory.
Well, I definitely was sweating it out. For those who were in contact with me last night, I was losing it a little bit. I got to be honest. I don't like it when people tell me, oh, it's going to be over in like 5 minutes. You can't count on anything in trash now. I actually went to bed at halftime because I just didn't want to deal with it. I was like, I can't believe they're not scoring, so let me shut my TV off and hope for the best. And sure enough, Foles got it done with like 3 minutes left in the game. So the fantasy gods were with me.
All right, Doug. Yes, it was an exciting victory. Chet definitely put up some good points, but he lost. All right, Doug, you're 9-0 all-time on week number 2. Well, actually, not all-time, since 2006, my correction. How do you do this on week 2? You're 9-0.
I don't know, maybe Venus is aligned with Jupiter. I don't know what it is about week 2, but it seems that I get it done. I don't know. I mean, what do they say? The more things change, the more they stay the same. You know, Donald was my common week 2 opponent. I pretty much forced him out of the league. Beat him into retirement.
Wow, really?
Well, that's what I think. I don't know. I mean, you decide. But I mean, would you want to stick around in the league facing me 3 times a year? You don't really want to you're not going to last too long. I give Duvall and Matt credit. I mean, I've been beating them up since the 3rd grade. They will keep coming back for more.
Oh, you were one of those kids that stole their lunch?
Exactly. I'm like Butch from the Little Rascals. You know.
Oh, wow. All right.
You can take a punch. I give it to him.
All right, so after 2 short weeks, I know it's early in the season, but give me your early season assessment of the End Zone Freaks. What's working and what do you think is not working?
I think my quarterbacks have not hit on all cylinders yet. I got a good quarterback core between my 3 now with Kirk Cousins coming up. I was waiting for him to finally take over. I think the team is a lot more potent with him steady. And what I mean is 2 touchdowns a week probably from him. I think Foles could give me a little bit more. I don't like the slow start. Rodgers is doing, you know, as I expected, but only 1 touchdown in week 1, but that was Seattle. So I think the Freaks have had good quarterback play, but not great. I think my running back core is outstanding between DeMarco Murray, Avery Foster, and Lynch. Probably the best 3 that have so far stayed injury-free. And wide receiver is probably where I might be making a roster move somewhere along the line. I'm going to be patient, but Keenan Allen and Vincent Jackson have not been heard from yet. So I'm a little concerned about that. Julio Jones is solid. Tight end play, they're definitely getting their opportunities, but not many touchdowns. So, the team is good, very good. I'm going to be in a lot of games this year. I'm going to score 50 plus a lot. But I have a feeling when I do get those other pieces of the puzzle working, you're talking 70 up to 80 points. I'm going to, you know, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
That's a confident End Zone Freaks once again.
Oh, yeah.
Winners of his division, I believe, 6 times, maybe even more. Over the last 10 years, he's been dominating the West Division for a long time. And so far, he's 2-0. All right, So there's a guy in your division named Matt Gmen, and he feels that he has the best 1-2 punching quarterback with Breeze and Dalton over your Rodgers and Foles.
Well, Dalton is, he's a little bit of an underachiever. You know, he disappears for a while.
The Red Rifle.
Yeah. Gets a die job every other week or so. You know, he disappears. Breeze is absolutely solid as long as he's at home. He's gotten enough quarterback play, even though Breeze has been on the road. I like the fact that they're integrating a little bit more running game, especially near the goal line. So that might be taking a few touchdowns away. The question with Gmen is sometimes he can't get out of his own way. He didn't start Zach Stacy, gave up on him after 1 week. He traded away, he got rid of Mike Wallace, who scored. You know, we need a little bit more patience in the Gmen camp. And he also built his whole team to block with Riley Cooper, who's a third option on the Eagles at best, much less on a fantasy team. You know, I think he needs more net points on his team. His team is decent, but I have a feeling that of the four of us, he might be the odd man out in the playoffs.
Wow. All right, a little trash talk by Doug, breaking down a G-Man. All right, this part of the podcast is called the podcast parting shots. All right, End Zone Freaks, you have 30 seconds.
Oh, that's it?
All right, I'll give you 45 since you were the co-GM with the most points on the week on the podcast. Once again, everybody, if you want to be on the podcast, you want to trash talk, you want to have the mic, you got to score the most points of the week. There's no other way around it. There's no shortcuts in this league. Go ahead, Doug.
All right, here we go. First of all, I'm putting the whole league on notice. 2-0 once again. I'm dominating. To Chet, welcome to the West. You're 0-2. I figured you would be. Pretty much you got promoted to the varsity team, and look what happened to you. As far as the rest of the league, Will, congratulations. It seems that you were the absolute force in the Dave-Will combination. Now, you guys are like Simon and Garfunkel, you and Will. And unfortunately, Dave, you're Garfunkel. You're not going to have much of a solo career, and I think you're pretty much done. Will, good start. As far as Flip, nice start with Marshall. That was a great job. And let me see. Sal, nice pickup with Bradshaw. Don't think so, buddy. He's not going anywhere. You guys got to practice a little bit more patience, league. All right? Learn from me. Learn from me. I'm available. I will give you some advice. I'm not greedy. I'm kind of like Dave in that way. I have a lot of wisdom. All right? But in my final season, I plan to go out on top. I'm on my way. I'm smacking you guys up. You don't want me on the schedule. Peace.
All right, there you go. That was the Doug End Zone Freaks, 4-time Trash Mouth champion on the podcast Parting Shots. End Zone Freaks, thank you for joining us. I know you want to get back into looking at the game film from your players over the weekend and make adjustments if necessary. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you, and Duvall, look out. You're about to go 1-2.
Oh!